In this video, I will be talking about a strategy that has helped me make $3,000 just in one day of trading. So before I get into this video, there were many people asking me for an easier strategy because the previous strategy that I've posted, the ADX strategy, is pretty hard for most of you to understand. So this strategy is going to be pretty simple and easy to use, and it's effective as well. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Ahmed, and in this channel I talk about binary options, forex trading and making money online. So if you're interested in making money online, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon below so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So for this strategy, I will be using a broker called Kotex. It is one of the best brokers out there. They give you up to $10,000 in demo accounts so you guys can practice before you get started with real money. And I'll leave the link down below for this broker, and this strategy can be used in any other broker as well. And make sure you stick till the end because I will be giving some tips that will help you get better results using this strategy. So before I get into the strategy, here are the results that I was able to get. All of them were accurate, which shows 100% accuracy. But no strategy is 100% accurate, but in this session I have got all my trades correct. So if I would have done it for a bit more longer, I might have got some losing trades as well. So to get started with the strategy, we have to change the chart types to candles. So we go down here and change it to candles, and the time frame should be for 1 minute. So then your chart should pretty much look like this. And the next step is to go and add the indicators, and that's pretty simple. We just go down here to indicators, and for this strategy the indicators that we will be using is going to be the parabolic SAR. So I have posted a short video about this strategy in my Instagram account, but this video is going to be detailed so you guys can understand and get started. So we just click on parabolic SAR, and the settings should be same. You do not change that. And for the color, I would like to keep it yellow and make sure the thickness is a bit high so it's visible to your eyes. So after you're done setting up the indicator, your chart is going to look like this. So let me just open up a pair real quick. I think the market is closed right now. Yes, it is closed. That's why the OTC market is open. So for the OTC market, I'll talk about this in our future videos. If you guys want to know what OTC market is, comment down below. So I will make a separate video for that. So right now let me just open a random pair. This is going to be AUDCAD. If I click on these, it's going to be closed because the market is closed right now. So let me just close these down, and right now I'm in OTC market. So this strategy, we are using the indicator called parabolic SAR, and this indicator helps us to see the trend of the market. So if we look at here, whenever the dots are above the candles, it's a downtrend. So this is a good example. At this area the dots are above the candles, so you can see when the dots are above the candles, it's a downtrend. The candles are falling down. But when the dots are below the candles, it's an uptrend. You can see as soon as the dot started from the bottom of the candle, you can see the first dot itself spiked the candle up. So this shows how strong this indicator is. But the negative thing about this indicator is it lags sometimes, and I will show you how you can overcome that as well. Right now let's get into the strategy. So as I told you, whenever the dots are above the candles, it's a downtrend, and whenever the dots are below the candles, it's an uptrend. So we have to place the trade according to the trend, which means if the dots are above the candles, we have to place a trade for sell, which is going to be this, and if the dots are below the candles, we have to place trades for buy, which is going to be up. So how this strategy works is you have to wait for the third dot all the time. So let's say a new trend started, like right here a new trend started at this position. So what we have to do is we have to wait for a new trend to start. So right now if you see here, this was the place where a new trend started. So what you have to do, you have to wait for the third dot. So first, second, third. So as soon as the third candle starts, at the third dot, the third candle is going to start. So what you have to do is you have to place a trade for 3 minutes. So I have placed trade for 1 minute because that's what I personally like, but you guys can do it with 3 minutes as well since you are a beginner. So there are actually two ways to use this indicator. So I use the 1 minute strategy, and since the candle time is set to 1 minute, the candles will be fluctuating a lot. So for the third candle, we would have placed a trade at this point. Let me zoom in a bit so you guys can have a clear view. So we will be placing a trade at this point at the top of this candle. So the first minute the candle ended down here, which means you're in profits. In the second minute the candle went up here, but in third minute it dropped all the way back down. So if you see here, you would have placed a trade at this point, but it ended down here, so you would have won this easily. So this was an example for sell for a down trade. So what you guys have to do is look if the dots are above or below the candles. So if the dots are above the candles, you go for sell trades only, and if the dots are below the candles, you go for buy trades only. Okay guys, while I was recording, the market actually started, because if you look here it was OTC, but right now it's the actual market. So I'll show you guys an example using this market. So the one which I showed you before was a good example of a sell trade. So let me go through this once again. Whenever the dots are above the candles, it's a downtrend, and whenever the dots are below the candles, it's an uptrend. So when the dots are above, you go for sell trades or down trade in this situation, and whenever the dots are below the candles, you go for buy trades or up trades. So the one which I showed you before was a good example of sell trade. So let me show you one right here in the real market. So first, second, third, if you see, you would have placed a trade here. So one at this top area, if you can see, so 1 2 3, it would have ended up here in 3 minutes, and you can see this one is below the starting point, so you would have ended up winning it. So if you look right here, the dot started from here, which means it's a start of a new trend. So what would we do in this situation? We would have waited for the third dot, so first, second and third. So you would have placed a trade in this area at this top place. So you can see the first candle ended down here, the second candle went up, and third candle went all the way up. So you see, you would have placed a trade here for buy, since the dots are below the candles, and within the next 3 minutes the candles would have ended up here. So you see, this is a pretty strong strategy. You would have won this very easily without any problems. So I hope this strategy is easier than the ADX one, but if you guys need an easier strategy as well, I'll try to find that. You can just comment down below and I will try to bring an easier strategy. So this was the actual strategy. Now before I go to the tips, let me repeat it once again so you guys can get a clear idea of this. So whenever the dots are above the candles, it's a downtrend, and whenever the dots are below the candles, it's an uptrend. So what you have to do is wait for the third dot all the time. So at this situation, you would have waited for the third dot, so first, second, third. As soon as you see the third dot, you will place a trade for sell. You would have placed a trade for sell or down. The reason being, the dots are above the candles. That's why you would have placed a trade for down. And make sure your time frame, your trade time is set to 3 minutes. So whenever the dots are below the candles, it's an uptrend. So you would have waited for 3 dots, which is going to be 1 2 3. So in the third candle you would have placed the trade, and let's see for the next 3 minutes, if you count 1 2 3, it's all the way up here, and you would have won easily. So for the extra tip, we will be adding another indicator which will help you get better results. So we go down to indicators and we open moving average, and we are going to set this to 200. So after setting this to 200, so as I told you, this one shows a trend of the market, but these, they show you the mini trends, not like the overall trend. So if I zoom out, let me just make this a bit more thick so it's visible. Okay, that's better. So if you look right here, okay, so let me tell you what happened right here. So this situation happens most of the time when there is news. So whenever news time is there, like whenever a news happens for a particular currency, it messes up the market. And if you're new to binary options trading, make sure you check out my beginner's guide. It is there on my channel. It will help you a lot to get started. So as I was saying, this situation happens because of the news time. So this happens because of a news time, and if you guys don't know how to read the news, or like if you don't know when the news is going to start, or let's say you're a complete beginner, make sure you check out my beginner's guide. It's there on my channel. It's going to help you get started with binary options trading. So it's the best not to trade during news time. This is the main reason. Let me just go back to show you guys a better example. So right now, as I told, the parabolic SAR, it shows you the trend of the market, but it shows you the mini trends. If you can see, these trends do not last for long. They maybe last for maybe 15 to 20 minutes. After that, a new trend starts. But the moving average, the 200 moving average, lets you know the long-term trend. So as always, follow the trend, because if you follow the trend you will get better results. So whenever the candles are below the 200 moving average line, always go for sell trades. So let's say the candles are below 200 moving average line, only go for trades when you see the dots are above the candle. So if you see here, the dots are below the candle, which means it should be an uptrend, but you can see the candles are still falling down. They're trying to push up but they cannot. So it's better if you go with the trend. So always go for sell trades if the candles are below the 200 moving average line, which means whenever the candles are below the 200 moving average line, always wait for the dots to go above the candles and wait for the third dot, then you can place a trade for 3 minutes. So whenever the candles are above the 200 moving average line, always make sure you go for buy trades only, because you can see here the momentum of green candles are pretty stronger compared to the red candles whenever the candles are above the 200 moving average line. And for the people who are waiting for my new channel where I will be posting videos about investing in stocks, cryptocurrencies and doing side hustles, so if you guys want to know when I'll be posting my first video, make sure you guys follow me in my Instagram, because I keep updated everyone with all my videos and I share free value as well. So this was the strategy guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like the video, smash the like button below, and if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure you subscribe to this channel.